Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Pathologic 2, where things are getting better in some ways and a lot worse in some other ways. So I was looking at our thought map here. By the way, I think this is a nice system for sort of representing the narrative threads and what's going on in the game. But I saw this thought in particular, obviously, the one I'm mousing over here. I didn't bother with barrels, did I make the right choice? This is in reference to delivering a bottle or a barrel of water to Lara's place so that she can set up a refuge for people. This is one of my favorite things about this game. The fact that, given, the needs of your human body and the linear forward march of time, you just can't do everything. There's so much stuff happening, and some of it is going to slip through. There's no way for you to not let that happen. I really wish that was more common in games. So many games are so terrified of the idea of a player being able to miss something. There are so many games that have these choice structures that in the end up being totally false, because you can just get what is at the end of all of the branches of the choice structure, no matter what you do. I really wish that more games were interested in the idea of consequence, I guess. So, we didn't we didn't get Lara a barrel. That might turn out not to be a bad thing, right? Because there's some talk about the barrel water being tainted or tampered with, and who knows, if I had delivered the water barrel there, maybe it would have turned out that I had I had driven an infection vector right into a bunch of vulnerable people. Again, not a choice I made, but who knows, maybe this will turn out for the best. But for now, all we can really do is keep moving forward, right? So let's keep moving forward. We know that sometimes after dark, steppe people meet at Saba's place, and not just them, which is a pretty ominous little half sentence added to the end there. That's one of the most ominous clauses I've ever seen. And heading out to Saba's place does also put us near the part of the map where we can gather herbs, which is a thing I think we ought to do. We now have some bottles, we can make tinctures again, and tinctures are useful. But before we do that, before we think about that, I'm wondering if we should go see the performance at the theater. I don't know exactly what these performances are, but basically, I think what I'm most desperate for here is some kind of purchase on the ideas that the plot is trying to express to us about the plague. We have a thought. Yeah, to defeat an enemy, one must understand it. And I don't mean a biological study. What is this plague? The fact that it can be completely cured by a random a box of random, just crushed up pill matter. I don't think that this disease doesn't really behave like a physical disease, and it has literally spoken to us, right? So, I think that our best chance of being able to get through this successfully and save as many lives as possible is contingent on sort of a metaphysical understanding of the sand plague, the sand pest. And I think that maybe the events that seem not to be totally literal might be our best possible moves in that direction. So let's go to the theater. And then on the way back from the theater, maybe we hit a grocery store, or where am I at on hunger? We're not desperate. We might actually. Am I able to pick up our new payment yet? Yes, I totally am. So see, this is one of those problems. It's way more efficient, I guess, for me to go out here and pick herbs. Yeah, okay. Let's do this first. We'll go out, we'll pick herbs, we'll come back. I just really, really don't want to miss the performance in the theater, so let's not spend too much time on the herbs. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly when it is that you are, Okay, what have I made myself here? A potion with unknown properties made from an infected liver. I must test it on a patient. Okay. Shall do. So we do have some infected blood, which works like an infected organ. So we could try cooking up a little bit more if we go get some tincture materials. Can't remember, do we have to have water? We have to have water in the bottle before we can make a potion, or before we can make a tincture. And the water in here is broken, right? No, it's totally fine. Huh. Okay, but there's a limited amount of it, because we still have a bottle. Oh, hey there, buddy. I just walked right past you twice before even noticing you. And what do you do now, I wonder? Seek a salve that will slay me? Oh, you dear warm being, are you sure you want to challenge me, earthly man? So you are a living thing after all? Indeed, I am life itself. Is that so? And yet all you touch dies. Take that, we got him. And what is the next step in this plot you weave? I would like to know. Well, obviously I'm not going to tell you. You jest, surely. You are like a bairn making stew from sodden bones. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be the response, no matter which one of those options we picked. What was that red stuff? Guts from menfolk? Ha! Man guts won't do, Barack. Oh no. Your bodies are weak. Try your foolish potion on someone, and you will see that it is worthless. Yeah, okay, sure, this one might fail. The next one, who knows? You mean to test everything you can find? What wisdom! You should be done in 40 years, if you live to reach such an age. I might cut short your woe, for I am not without kindness. The fool will die, and the wise shall receive my help. Yeah, it won't... None of these are really very clever responses, are they? You know what? You're much simpler than you like to think. I do not stand still, Menku. I shift, and shift quickly. Will you race me? Yeah, so this is telling us that maybe the effectiveness of the various medicines on the disease will change over time, maybe every day? Alright, you're lying. I can feel it. Get lost. I have a potion to test. Actually, just get out of my doorway, because I'd really like to leave, please. Okay. So this new thought... I brewed something, but did I choose the right organ? I need to test this cure on an infected person. Sometimes infected people just lie on the ground in infected districts, but someone I know by name can serve as a test subject too. Here's the thing. Untreated... Jesus, child. Untreated, we know the Sand Plague has a 100% mortality rate, right? That makes me think that there's probably no harm in testing the plague on... Like, if we're going to test the cure on someone, we should test it on someone who we would really like to live, because there's no way that it's going to make things worse, right? Like, if we give this bottle to Bad Grief, he's not going to keel over and all of a sudden, oh no, Barack, it's all your fault. Like, if he's dead, he's dead. If the thing's going to kill him, he's already dead. Hey there, herb wife. What's going on? What do you plan to do about us, Kirkin? Well, there is no us. There's me and there's you. This is a little harsh. Listen, lady, now is not the time for love. I got a lot of work to do. What makes you think I love you? Why were you following me? You know full well we're not the kind who love. It's not about love at all. I'd rather live than love. Okay, yeah, I'm with you on that. So what's your actual name, then? Why do you ask? You'll remember it yourself when the time comes. You're a good dancer, bride. By Allah to you for the good harvest. It's like, is she a literal person? She might not be, right? It's so hard to know. Okay, this is the place. I don't think it's accurate that nobody cares about me here. I can't remember her name, but there's at least that one woman who very clearly cares. Hey there, man. Saba will teach us. She knows the way. She speaks to Earth. Mother Bado talks to us through her. And what will she teach you? She knows our traditions. We have long been oppressed. Now we face extinction. We forget our language, our crafts and arts. The art of talking to Earth, the language of herbs, the craft of lines. She advises well. And what advising do you need? Not a simple one. Okay. That's not kind of not a response to the thing that I said to you. How fares you kind, Katanga? This one's probably right. Things are looking up. A beautiful bull is coming from the steppe to walk the streets soon. Here, in Earth, to chase away the pest. To restore things to how they were. Why bring one from the steppe? I have a bull back at my place. Well, the bull is clean, closer to Mother Botto, to the earth herself. All of ours are too close to the Olongo. They expect Deathswalk to grab them by the horns any day. Do you believe in the old rites? Seems like kind of a change of subject here. Not sure. The elders believe and the young ones don't. Trying won't hurt, I think. There are 10 reasons behind every change, but only one of them matters. How does one find it? You know what? Hey, may only good changes come visit you. Oh, I'm allowed to sleep here. There you are. Really? I can't talk to you? Huh. Okay, well, I guess we did hear what can be done here. Alright, let's get out onto the steppe and gather some herbs with the quickness. So what thoughts were just added to my thing here? Today, a bull will walk the town's streets to touch it for the last time. Then it will be slaughtered. We should interact with that in some way, maybe? I'm guessing from the fact that it's interesting that it's connected to the thought about me spilling rivers of blood. But I'm guessing from the fact that it appeared on here that it must be a good idea to affect it in some way. Okay, I made tinctures of all 3 colors. Morphine can relieve pain. Tinctures hurt patients. We can cure people with tinctures and store-bought medicine. Okay. Knowing the precise strain of the disease, I can give the patient the correct antibiotic. It's pretty complicated, actually. That makes it sound a little simpler than it really is. Did we try to see Grace? I mean, we can walk through the graveyard on our way to the place where the herbs are densest, right? I like the rain effect. Yeah, this game is stressing me out, but I'm still finding it a compelling experience. Hey, Grace, are you home? Are we cool? Are you cool? Is everything fine? Are you dead? Do not want to talk to me. Okay. Fair enough. You know she's busy. I just barged into her home. There's no reason for me to think that we were necessarily going to have a chat. Alright, we can walk out the back side of the graveyard. Yeah, over here. I don't know. If we don't make it to the theater, I guess it's not the end of the world, but I really... Something about those plays seems significant. Looking for sparkles. Steppe does have 1,000 eyes. I've heard that before. Boy, I'm not seeing a single plant. There we go. Okay, here's the good stuff. We found the dense part. Wait, wasn't there a... There we go. It's hard to tell the functional plants from the other ones. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of the time when I hit E to collect, I have not seen the plant I'm trying to collect. I just know it's time to collect because they let me hit E. Those ones are pretty obvious. The ones with, like, the brown flowers on them. Okay, this is good. This is really important. How are we doing on time? 3:40? Okay. We can go a little bit more. Where am I relative to the... We could go all the way out to the steppe village. Oh, that's true. I do have to eat. Do I have any food left? I ate everything when I woke up, right? Yeah. So we got to make it back to town in time to actually buy some food. Alright, where are we at right now? I'm gonna sort of move generally back in the direction of town. Keep looking for sparkles, but seems like the steppe is just not in a position to aid us too much today. Listen, times are tough for everybody. I don't really need that many plants because I don't have that much... I don't have that many bottles anyway. Huh. If I follow the road here... Okay, this goes back into town. feel like every time we walk out here, it looks a little bit different. Alright, I don't know. We probably have enough herbs to at least fill all of our bottles, right? I would have liked to have gotten more. But time is a serious pressure. Where am I ending up here relative to... Okay, so I need to basically just go forward to the train tracks. Okay, loud bull noise. Or cow, probably. Oh. I did not realize. The guy said hey, and I was like, oh, he wants to talk to me. Secret here is that uppercuts are the only real punch. And you better run. Yeah, so mostly you can, like, land an uppercut or two and then run away, or, like, back off while blocking, and they'll stumble backward, and then when they run in, you just tag them with the uppercut again right as they're approaching. I screwed it up the last time, but it seems like a fairly safe fighting style. Okay, that is not lootable. Alright, we gotta jump back inside, we gotta make ourselves a tincture, and then we gotta get into town. We're gonna have to probably get some food. Well, I was gonna say we're probably gonna have to get some food before we can get paid, because I think our hunger meter is looking pretty desperate. But maybe that's not true. Obviously, I would love to wait. Oh, not this, sorry. Here. Alright, let's make some of you and you. Where is that? Okay, that makes yellow plus. Plus tinctures are really important. So let's do that again. And we only have one bottle of water left, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, 3 plus tinctures. Kid, don't be trying to break the joints on things. Okay, so it'd be pretty cool if we could get some water here. I'm trying to think. We could go and see the Soul and a Halves. We should probably go to the Shady Shop. Yeah, alright, let's do that. I don't know why I must have had a marker on there for a long time. Let's... Is there a gap in the wall over here? No. So there's not a really efficient path through there. We're going to have to go around. It's already 4:35. Alright, let's go and ask the Soul and a Halves about the map. If they know which districts are infected already, that would be very useful information for me. Then we'll swing by the Shady Shop on the way into town and hopefully be able to buy... We shouldn't have to buy much food. We just have to make enough to... we have to eat enough to be able to survive making it to the theater and then to the to town hall. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, thanks for having me. Why did you come, anyway? To check up on Patches. How's he doing? Getting better? Ah, he's dead. Dead? When did it happen? Same day you examined him, in the evening. Never mind. Not can even ask Clara for help, but in the end... But, like, she couldn't do anything either. Even she is helpless against the sand pest. Alright, I'm gonna find a cure, I promise. I fear Notkin could have caught the infection, but we hope it's just canine distemper. Ah, boy. No, kid. Humans don't get dog diseases. Not even the Soul and a Halves. Here, this is for you, made by our scouts. Okay, a map of the infection. Our scouts sneak everywhere. Will it be useful? It will. Thank you. For real, thank you. Oh, wait, we just had a, bird thought. Is Notkin in trouble? Yeah, he's infected, like all the way infected. Oh, maybe we could... Hold on, let's go see him. Hey, herbs. Give me that. Yeah. For real, I'm very close to starving, though. Oh, I don't have any pills. I was going to say maybe we could treat him, but I don't have any pills. Well, that'll be Yeah.
Where are my right paws? Where are my bloodhounds?
I'm finished, Doc. Don't come near me. We both know how it is. No escape. No face mask will save you. Don't come by again. Hey, how long has it been? Actually, did you catch it from Patches? I suppose. I don't know. You need to get to the hospital, kid. Tell them to carry me away from here. Away from my friends. And our halves. The fools won't let me go. Let them quarantine me. Let them take me away. Otherwise everyone will die. Please, Doc. Yeah, here, I got something for you. Fingers crossed, everyone. Okay, it seemed like that helped. That was an infected liver that I made that out of, I'm pretty sure. Shouldn't he have been in danger first? It's breaking its own rules. No, that's not true. He was in danger. I'm pretty sure. So we saw a thought there pop up, but I don't actually see it on the map. Oh, here. An infected liver can be brewed into an antibiotic. It weakens the disease, but does not kill it. Okay. We gotta try different organs and stuff. Alright, well, if we can... Jesus, what is your problem? I seek them all. All those on your list. Joyfully. I might take them one by one. I might take them all at once. Shall I follow your whim? Shall I kill them one by one? One by one would be better. No, why? Why are they on the list in the first place? Your father was wiser than you, mightier. He knew we did not quarrel over mere menfolk's lives. The goal is the eighth. The kids matter only as long as they are of use to the eighth. Useful how? I mean, he's not going to tell us who the eighth is. Yes, time yet remains for you. Okay, once again, I think that our choice there didn't actually matter to the conversation. So, all the people on the list are useful somehow. Who slew your father, Barack? Gee, I don't know. You? You are a fool. You know nothing. Understand nothing. Call yourself a healer? Don't kid yourself. Who will you heal? And from what? Shall you seize an ill babe and cram them full of your antibiotics? You're an unbearable bore. No fun at all. That's right. It'll be fun. It'll be more fun soon. The sandpest threatens the kid, but it's not them it wants. It wants the eighth. And I can't protect it if I don't figure out who it is. Reuben. He spent a lot of time with Father. Perhaps he's heard of this Udurg. Okay, yeah. That's a lead, I suppose. I am, like, right on the border of starvation, so it is time to get to the shady shop and do whatever it is that we gotta do to buy food there. Fortunately, it is right here. So once the hunger meter fills all the way, we're just going to start taking damage rapidly, right? We saw, presumably, it's the same as when the exhaustion meter fills all the way, and we saw that happen a little bit at the end of the last episode. We do not have a ton of money or a ton of things to sell. But we just need a little bit of food. Okay, 408. I gotta make 408 happen. Well, I need my scalpel. Tinctures are worth almost nothing. Okay, this doesn't look too undoable. So, we're not using the fingernails, and I'm sure that, you know, we'd be able to get around town faster. We'd be able to get more things done in total if we were using them. We can sell a spring, no problem. Need to make about 200 more. Don't want to sell my scalpel. I don't mind selling the grindstone, though, especially since they seem to be relatively easy to come by. So I definitely don't want to sell an empty bottle. Bottles are way too important. So I think we are selling the fingernail, then? Yeah, I'm okay with this. Alright, it's going to make us thirsty, but whatever. Okay. And we should actually look at our map of the town. So the theater is in an infected district. The maw is also infected. And The gut, so regions that were infected yesterday but are not infected today are a slightly darker color, and we can loot in those regions, I believe. I can't remember if that's something that I learned on camera or not. I was definitely told by somebody in the game that it's way safer to, if you're going to rob houses and stuff, it's way safer to do it in a place where the plague was but isn't than in the places where the plague is. But we got to make it to the theater. I bet I have like an hour. It's probably 6 or 7, right? That is the official end of day. Or end of night. Okay, it is dark as hell. Ah, it's broken. I don't have the stuff to fix it. I was hopeful there. We have no water right now. Thirst is getting to be a serious issue. And thirst is a really bad issue because it affects your movement speed directly. Sprinting is real bad. So... Hey, a worm. What's up, man? That's Stock Reuben, Hakar, your father's false student. You know him. Tell me what he does at night. False. He was a very loyal student. He went overboard, even. He has no respect for the dead. No respect for the body. He cuts bodies open without grace. He knows not the lines. He's an outsider. Well, he's an outsider to the steppe. He's kind of an insider to the town. Oh no, I guess he's not from here, right? You know, for what it's worth, I'm an outsider too. Tell me, what does he do during the night? Where does he hide? Why do you care? The Katanga are worried. Your friend is doing evil. The blame, as always, will be pinned to us, and we are dwindling by the hour as it is. Mere hundreds left now. Huh. Alright. I'll take care of him. He's my friend, after all, not yours. Okay. Well, now we have a couple of reasons to have a chat with that guy. I would love to get involved with this, but I am, like, desperately short on time. So we're going to try to run... Oh, that's right. It's a real pain in the ass to get from the gut to the marrow. I guess the only real thing to do here is just to go up to these stairs. It's a little awkward. We should have the immunity to survive that run. So I'm just going to drop a marker here. And so it's probably going to be the case that... That's just a corpse laying in the street. You know how it is. Can I loot? Okay, no. Probably going to be the case that all the water pumps in this area are broken. I don't know where we're going to find sources of water at this point. Oh, tell me this barrel works. Alright. Yeah, water is starting to be a real problem. So in places where there was disease, but there isn't anymore, it seems like maybe there are more looters. And Barak, just, like, tilt your head back and drink. The rainwater's not plagued. You can be reasonably sure of that. Oh, wait a minute. Did I put myself in that big yard that doesn't have an exit? I sure did. Okay. Actually, probably the worst the worst move I could have made there. I always forget that you can't get out on any side of this yard except this this one little corner here. It would be really bad for me to get in a fight right now, too. So we gotta be, like, extra vigilant about the positions of these dudes. I feel like when we were, on the first couple of days, I feel like I looked at all the garbage cans, and they mostly were not useful. Things have really changed. This water... Oh, my God. Wait, no, drink first. Oh, that's wonderful. That is beautiful. Okay. I'm getting really hungry again. Community boosters, but nothing to trade. It's a little weird that you can't even give them money in trade. Like, I get that you know, informal barter, etc. But People still want money, because they still got to use the grocery store, same as I do, right? Muddy water. Well, we can pour the bottle. We can pour it out and still use the bottle, I believe. Plague District. This is the theater building, right? Yeah, we got to get around this side, I think. Nope, this is not the right side at all. Oh, it gave me bad water. Right, this is another one of those things where there's only one side that actually goes out. I am actually going to starve to death in a second here. One of the penalties for death must have been that I get hungry faster. Okay, this is pretty bad, actually. Like in a pretty desperate position. Man, it's going to become daylight as soon as we get near the front door, I bet. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's becoming something. Okay, did I make it in time to see the weird play? We might, we may die for this, given my hunger meter, so hopefully. Yeah,
Isidore
so.
tore this town to pieces.
A man who made severe judgments. A sawbones, as it were. Yes, sir. If the bones grew wrong, he broke them.
Oh, how his son tries to sew it back together. Maybe he'll succeed. And with pretty stitches.
You're kidding. People like him only care about themselves.
Starving.
They can't connect things. They certainly can't sew anything.
There he is. Look. He came to watch. Watch you foam at the mouth. That means he does care about something other than himself. He will bind us.
Like hell. Connections take more than catgut and steady hands.
All the while, plague devours the town.
Please deliver
Who
your
even
play
cares
faster.
about some pathetic Burach, living, breathing, boring Burach, while a whole 400 others die this night.
Okay, maybe that... Maybe that wasn't useful. Map. What do I have on my map? Stock Reuben is doing something at night. Oh. The Dead Item Shop is open. Do you get told about the Dead Item Shop based on... Okay, we're going to run out this way. That could have been a coincidence. Or it could be the case that the Dead Item Shop opens when you watch the theater thing? I can't imagine why that would work that way. We gotta get. Like, I know I'm not looting all the garbage, but I'm trying to get to that grocery store before I starve to death. Although, am I gonna be able to... Okay, let's try to get to the Dead Item Shop and maybe get whatever it is you get for turning in enough dead items. There's food at the Dead Item Shop, right? I should not be looting. I should be focusing. I've developed these new instincts, and now I have to ignore them. Okay, I can just follow the lane. Please don't be a guy that... Yeah, that's a guy who wants to fight me. Great. I don't have time for this. Wow, I tried to get my fists up, and it just itched so badly. Yeah, and of course, there's even more. This isn't even a district that's supposed to be in... Oh no, that guy's just a normal dude. I was gonna say, this isn't even a district that's supposed to be in danger. I don't know why there are angry, sick people here. We're so close. We're so close. I'm gonna assume... Ooh, okay. I'm gonna assume that time does not pass while we're in this menu, and as such, that guy is not going to be able to catch us. Yo, I have so many dead items for you, my friend. Okay, we have 84 points of, well, he'll take the blood, too. And empty bottles. There's no universe in which I'm giving you my bottles, my friend. Okay. An entire fish. Thank you. Monomycinum. Absolutely. Do I want to pay 10 for a Twyrine? Yeah, I guess so, right? Bracelets don't do anything themselves, but I think they sell pretty well. I'll take the Twyrine, and then... Here's a question. Do we want to ungive some of these things? Ungive. That's good. Good, solid English. Do we want to not give him some of these things in exchange, just hold on to them for a future night at which the Dead Item Shop might be able to provide us with more food? Or do we want to buy these bullets, which I bet will have some serious trade value? I'm just going to take them. We have exactly enough Dead Item currency to take all of these. Let's do that. It looks like the fish may have just gone onto the ground, which is not ideal. Please give me fish. Ah, come on. Why, of all of the items I bought, why is that the one that went onto the ground? It was the first one I put in my inventory. I'm actually going to starve to death because of that. That is definitely not one of the things that... Yeah, it's also kind of like... It doesn't make any sense to me that time is not paused while you're in that particular interface, that particular inventory interface. Well, I killed him. Whatever, I'll loot him in a second. But it is paused while you are in all others. Oh my god. What the So there are deaths that happen because the systems were designed to potentially cause you deaths, and then there's that thing that just happened, which absolutely should not have.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players.
We're in mourning today. Lost yet another one. I'm glad you came to replace them. Perhaps this time we'll make more progress. Yeah, I don't have time for you. That's incredibly frustrating, and in a way that just feels very stupid. Like, it doesn't feel like I died there because the game was designed in such a way that it was difficult for me to not die. It feels like I died there because the people who developed the game did a bad job. That's a much more... That's a different kind of frustration. Alright. So, we're going to reappear in our lair, right? That's going to undo everything I've done. The whole episode. Wait, did I say... No, we didn't go into Bad Griefs. Yeah, I think we're going to end up all the way back at the lair. Fucking... Alright. Yeah, fill bottles. We do not take a drink this time, we just fill the bottles. Yeah, for real, that just undid the entire episode. Okay, that's 37 minutes. Oh, I should grab the thing off the brewery before I forget. Right, yes, and then we have to have the conversations again. It should remember the conversations. Not that this probably almost certainly doesn't matter, right? Yeah, it is probably the case that there's no mechanical difference in the way that that conversation plays out. Given the number of times it has been very clearly the case that someone's response was not taking into account which response we picked before it, and there's a pretty good chance that none of the conversations have any mechanical weight. Because I haven't really been thinking about it that way, but it might be the case that we could just speed click through everything without missing any thoughts or anything. Well, the steppe is being a little bit more forthcoming with the herbs on this go around. I don't know. I'm assuming the herbs are generated procedurally, like the positions of them. So it may be the case that they actually are different between this version of the day and the one from 40 minutes ago. Well, if we can collect a bunch of herbs without having to go as far into the steppe, then that'll make our lives a little bit easier in terms of hunger. So yeah, actually, I think we're probably okay here. We just grab the stuff around the rock and then head back. So we'll spend less time out here. We'll be less desperately hungry. We won't have to stop for food as much. You can probably get things done a lot more efficiently. I have no idea what penalty Immortal visited upon us. We could probably actually just like... It seems like... Okay, we lowered our max health again. It seems like there's a lot of text going on about the penalties and their, their metaphorical weight and everything. That isn't actually meaningful. Like, it seems like the penalty is always just one of your bars decreased. We should probably talk to this lady again. I don't know if this conversation has any mechanical meaning, but she seems important or significant in some way. Now's not the time for love. Why are you following me? Okay. We are being nice to her. Punish a little bit here. Stagger him, step back, move down a little bit because you can't see while blocking. Oh, he did backdash there. Yeah, whatever. Oh, wow. If you don't kill him, you don't get to loot him, and nobody seems to care when they die, so maybe letting them back off. Sometimes you get to kill them, because sometimes they step back and do that hands thing, but sometimes they just sprint off in the other direction as soon as they get 2 steps from you. I don't know, maybe we should just be killing people? Okay, will she teach you? Talking to this lady did give us a thought. Okay, so we're ready to go back home already, and it is now 3:22. Yeah, that was definitely a more efficient version of that thing. Probably maybe it's a little bit for the best that terrible fish death happened, because now at least you've all gotten a little hint of sort of a gentle version of what you missed in that episode that I didn't release. It was a non-zero amount of stuff like that, and me sounding the way I sounded there. Okay, so let's mix up some stuff here. We know that Swevery plus Brown Twire makes the plus version of the Medril Tincture. I'm not allowed to move stuff around in my inventory, which is kind of a bummer. I would like to try to make some room. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, and then we know that just Twire combined with other types of Twire does not produce pluses. I'm trying to think here. Red plus brown made white? Oh, I'm out of water. Never mind. Is there water left in here? There is not. Okay. So yeah, the plus tinctures will be really effective, not so much for diagnosing people, but for increasing people's immunity. So we could still buy from the Shady Shop. And buy that one piece of food. And then we can probably do everything else we need to do before eating, without taking any damage from hunger this time. And honestly, losing a little bit of max HP in exchange for running the morning more effectively is actually probably, like, a good thing. Okay, I'm here to check on Patches. He died. I'll find a cure. Humans don't get dog diseases. Thank you very much for the map. I can't remember if talking to Notkin actually helped us at all, or if it just reduced my immunity. But let's talk to him. He deserves... Well, we're going to give him the medication, right? We know now approximately what it does. Here.
There once was a man of great humor, who who
Okay,
found he was dead
did you
too.
catch it from
When he
patches?
woke up today,
Need to get to the
his neighbor's
hospital.
dismay,
I'll find a cure.
and that
I'll
of
give you a
his
medicine.
cow once he took her.
Holy crap, they delivered their lines so slowly sometimes. Alright, useful how? People on the list are useful. I'll figure it out. Whatever. Like I said, I bet that there's no version of that conversation that has any different actual mechanical effect than any other version. So probably it is the case that when we are forced to repeat a conversation, we can just, like, click the top option over and over again until the conversation ends. But it does not seem like the game has dialogue trees in, like, the classical sense. Having the conversation is important, but what you say in the conversation maybe isn't. Okay, I would like this thing from you, please. Actually, we have more stuff to sell. Maybe we could buy... We do actually need tweezers. Right, we should probably hold on to the tweezers. They're not terribly valuable anyway. Wondering if we should maybe buy the pemmican instead. Could we put together the money to buy the pemmican? Because it is a lot more food. Pass him this twirine. Both the springs, the needle, and... Certainly not selling that. Chisel. Okay, there we go. Pemmican is a lot more hunger reduction, and also it doesn't totally murder our thirst. There is a point at which we will not be able to afford to lose max health anymore. There's a point at which that will become a serious problem. And at that time, we'll really wish that we hadn't lost it so many times already. But for right now, it really was not too harsh a penalty. Okay, so I can hear fighting. Oh, we should talk to this guy, but hold on. I first should root through the garbage. Ooh, metal scrap. Actually really good. Okay, he was a very loyal student. Oh, no, wait. It turns out he wasn't. Okay, I'll take care of him. So, yeah, we know he's up to something weird. So we could... With things being pretty different in terms of timing and everything, we could actually loot this district a bit. Might be a good idea. I will have to be careful. Fighting one of those guys is not too dangerous as long as I don't let myself get flustered. Fighting two of them at the same time is bad, though. We should be very cautious about getting overwhelmed. Still hearing a lot of growling, a lot of the sort of growling that I associate with the plague clouds, but shouldn't be any plague clouds here, right? Okay. Second, I thought that I had just trod upon a dead body. Boy, it looks like people were relatively thorough here already. Oh, a spindle. Spindle and 8 money. So when we go food shopping, we're going to have to, like, pay a lot more attention to the shape of our inventory, I guess. Because the biggest problem we had there... The reason the fish dropped on the ground was that I actually didn't have an appropriately shaped spot in my inventory. Or rather, an appropriately shaped and oriented spot. Okay. Well, this has been pretty good so far. There's nobody in here because they're all outside fighting the guards. Sort of wish I hadn't sold the needle, but it's also possible that if I had kept it and used it here, we would have ended up opening up a compartment that was empty or something. Hard to know. Hard to know whether it would actually be worth... Oh, jeez. Not have any matches. Okay, we're just going to try to... think? Yeah, that was somebody. Oh, no, that's bad. I threw a punch in inopportune time. So So sometimes, yeah, sometimes I throw the... I think what's happening there is I'm trying to do the uppercut when I don't have enough stamina for an uppercut. And he, instead of doing any kind of punch at all, he just sort of lurches forward with both of his hands way out to the side in a way that could not possibly harm anybody. And if I do that against one of the guys with the knives, I just die.
A town of creepy children and masked freaks, all doomed.
That does seem to be an appropriate description. Well, if you're a surgeon, your sense of touch must be very keen. What is this item? What is it about? What is its point? It's warm, slippery, quite heavy, smells of dampness and blood. What is it? Liver. You know things by touch. You can feel their attributes. Clear enough to not confuse a precious item with trash. If you do, you'll spoil the end. Okay. Such as a surgeon who can't tell a liver or a heart from wool. That trash. Such a person would turn our play into a puppet show for sick children. This is not helpful to me. You are just gibbering. Where once existed living tissue, you'll now find death. You don't believe me, though. You think I'm just trying to scare you, that it's all make-believe to me. You've hinted at that more than once. Okay, man. I have no like, all three of these are the same option, right? Again, no dialogue trees. Having the conversation is important, but nothing you say in the conversation is important. So, I think I'm going to end the episode here, rather than just doing that all again. I might try to catch up to where we were off camera, and just pick it up, like, at the dead item shop, because there's no way it's going to be interesting to watch me attempt that again, right? But in any case, once we load in here, in any case, this is going to be the end of the episode, and come on. Now it feels like the loading bar is trying to frustrate me. It must be a difficult technical problem. So, like, I've been a software engineer, and I've worked on a game or two, but I do not know what's up with this. It must be a difficult problem getting the loading bar to actually represent the loading status of the game, because almost no, not just games, but almost no software ever has done a good job of this. But it's weird, like, it's hard to imagine why it's so hard to get it right. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching, for bearing with me through this. Come back next time on Monday, when hopefully we'll just pick up the episode at the dead item shop, about there, and we will continue our day from that point. And we'll see you then.